Wood, Schefter, Rex Ryan. Let's go. Late night last night. If you didn't stay up, well, you didn't miss much. Game of the night, Rodgers and the Steelers visiting the Chargers on Sunday night. Right off the bat, this is Rodgers backed up. Alex, what's he thinking here?
I have no idea, Greeny. This was a defensive battle, field position game, and now you're dancing around in your own end zone. You fumble it off your own lineman. I mean, at least he jumped on the ball, Greeny. That's all I can say here.
Troy Fatanu, his own guard, is the one who actually does knock the ball out. So it's a 3-2 game. Now the Steelers are down 5-3, which sounds a lot more like the Pirates are playing the Dodgers. And then what happens here, Alex?
Again, another force. I think, Rodgers getting frustrated. He looked angry all night and threw this ball over the middle high.
He looked angry.
Yeah, that's how old people look, man. That's how they look. Old people look angry.
Okay, now we got 16 seconds left in the half, and Rex, here's your adopted son, Justin Herbert.
Yeah, the bazooka, boom, there it goes, right there, touchdown of McConkey.
Chargers up 12-3 at the half. Now, fourth quarter, Steelers down 15-3. They're going for it on a fourth down. What do we think of the play call here, Alex?
It just makes no sense. I mean, to throw up a fade to DK Metcalf into double coverage, like this is what you do on first down, maybe. Fourth down in the game, there are 1,000 more things that are more dynamic than this.
They had just no offense working at all, and then last little chance here, Rodgers looking for Calvin Austin. Rex?
Hey, feet for hands. Come on, dude. Are you kidding me? Look at this. Look at this thing. Look. Boink.
Tough night, Rodgers. Threw 2 picks. Chargers win it big, 25-10. Afterwards, Mike Tomlin not in a particularly good mood.
I'm not lacking confidence. I don't need a pat on the back. We stunk it up tonight. We'll be back.
How would you assess Aaron's performance tonight?
How would you? Next.
I expect to play great every single week, and this was not my best performance. I got to play better than this for us to win. Whatever it takes, I got to make if it's better checks, if it's better throws, whatever it is, I got to play better. I will.
What was the first thing you said to me this morning?
Rodgers looked every bit his age last night. He looked like an old quarterback, scared to get hit out there, took sacks, wasn't accurate. And, I mean, listen, make no mistake about it, they got their butts whipped by an injured Los Angeles Chargers team.
Yeah.
And so we've been kind of talking about the Pittsburgh Steelers now for a couple weeks. Like, do we think that this is sustainable as far as holding on to the division? I think last night gave you the glimpse of why most people think that they're not going to hold on to this lead in the AFC North.
I believe he did look old at times, but then he's making these mistakes that rookies mistake.
Right.
I mean, the safety in your own end zone in this defensive battle, right, throwing the ball high over the middle, and then he did not play well. This is a clean pocket. That is a wide open NFL receiver. This is a throw that you should make 10 out of 10 times. We throw it 10 feet at the rim. A receiver almost comes down with this. This is open in the NFL, right? Like, he's got him beat. It is man-to-man. Give him a chance. We underthrow it. Then this one, again, backside. It's a run call. We come back to throw this into a drop defense.
He does that a lot, by the way.
And then this, 3rd and 6, just chuck and duck. He feels the pressure, doesn't want to take a hit. Right? Like, this pedestrian doesn't begin to describe what this was like last night. It did. It put me to sleep.
Yeah, I mean, I should have gone to sleep. Because I watched this game. Why? I have no idea. Like, Aaron Rodgers looked awful, okay? The receivers stunk too, though.
Yeah.
I mean, the one dude with the feet for hands, but like literally, we saw a couple where guys actually were open. There were a million where they were just getting D'd up all over the field. So to me, they have no receivers. All right, I like the running back, but for some reason they don't run the ball. Maybe Aaron's checking out to pass. I mean, just give it one of those little deals again. I can't stand watching it. And their defense actually played better than they have been, but they're still terrible.
I don't know that any of this is a terrible surprise. Remember last week, Dominique Foxworth saying, no, I don't believe in the Steelers after they beat the Colts because they had 5 turnovers in that game, and they were able to win by a touchdown. ESPN Bet was calling this division when the Ravens were 3-4 games back and standing there with a 1-5 record. ESPN Bet still had the Ravens as the favorite to win the division.
Look at it now. I mean, those are overwhelming numbers. Minus 275 for those of you who don't speak gambling. They are a prohibitive favorite.
And right now, they are 1 game behind the Steelers. The 2 teams play 2 more times. The Ravens' schedule is set up for Baltimore to win the division. This just feels like the Steelers are descending. The Ravens are ascending, and like I said, ESPN Bet called it before anybody.
You said to us this morning, the Steelers tried. We were all wondering, why didn't they get any help? before the trade deadline. You were saying they tried.
They were in on Jacoby Myers. They made calls on Jalen Waddle. They made calls on all the receivers that were out there trying to get somebody else in there. They recognized that they needed help. They just didn't get it before the deadline.
I had a really good one for him, George Pickens. Would have been pretty good.
But by the way, they couldn't trade him fast enough.
Oh, I know.
Yeah.
That's
Couldn't
what I
trade
mean.
him fast enough.
Right. Like last night just wasn't their formula, right? Again, at the beginning of the year when they signed Aaron, this was gonna be play defense, field position, be good situationally, win tight ball games. Like they didn't do those things last night. In fact, they did the opposite. Obviously, turned the ball over. Were terrible situational football. They were 0 for on third down until less than 4 minutes to go in the football game. Right. Like this is not the recipe. Now, again, they can be competitive, but like I'm not sure I would favor them against anybody.
No, they're headed. Meanwhile, there was a team that a lot of us, myself included, picked to go to the Super Bowl before the season began that seems to be headed that way as well. Show me Josh Allen and the Bills facing Tua and the Dolphins. Pick it up first play of the second quarter. Dolphins are up 7-zip. And then, Alex, how about this throw from Tua? He's got Jalen Waddle in the back of the end zone.
Yeah, I mean, this is when the Dolphins are playing at their best. Little play-action pass, obviously the speed that Waddle brings. And this is a great throw by Tua, dropping it down the chimney in the back of the end zone.
He had a couple passing touchdowns. Tua did. Extra point, no good, so it's 13-0. Now, 9 minutes to go in the half. Rex, looky.
Fumble by Cookie. Oh, golly. That's a backbreaker.
Nothing was working for the Bills, down 16-0 at the half. Now we got 6 minutes to go in the third. That's still the score. Bills 3rd and goal. What exactly is this, Alex?
This is a force. I mean, again, you're down 16-0. It's third down. You're trying to make something happen, and you throw a ball up for a pitch.
It's his 3rd red zone interception of the season for Josh Allen. He's frustrated. Dolphins take over. But now we're early in the 4th quarter, and I'm not going to lie to you. When I saw this play, I thought Buffalo was going to come all the way back and win this game. Rex, how about this catch?
Oh, it's unbelievable here. I mean, Coleman ends up making the great catch here. And that's what we expect to see. All right, Buffalo's going to come back.
But they did not. We got a little tush-push. We got a ball punched out. We got a fumble. It's recovered by Minka. Allen, 3rd time with multiple turnovers in the last 5 games. Dolphins take it and they go the other way. And then just for good measure, they want to put a little cherry on the sundae. Rex, this is Devon Achane.
Gone! You ain't touching that, dude.
22 carries, 174 yards. Dolphins win it huge, 30-13. The 17-point loss, the largest in a divisional game in Josh Allen's career. Just the 2nd time he's lost a division game by more than 1 possession. The first time came in his rookie year of 2018. This was supposed to be Buffalo's season. This was supposed to be the year where they're favored in every single game and they barely had to travel only 1 game out of the Eastern time zone and the whole rest of the division looked down. Now they've gotten chased down from behind by a young, energetic Patriots team. We're going to get to them in a minute. What do we say about Josh Allen and the Bills this morning, D. Wood?
They've lost their window. They've royally messed up their window. They've had the AFC East locked down for 6 years.
Yep.
And they have nothing to show for it. And guess what? You just mentioned it.
Yep.
Here are the Patriots. They're back again. And so you look at Josh Allen. You look at this game yesterday. You know, you heard whispers, oh, it was the Miami Dolphins. This is not a trap game. I'm sorry. Buffalo, you're not even leading the division, and it's a divisional game. You got your butts whipped against the Miami Dolphins that we had written off dead to rights.
Yep.
Fired their general manager.
Yep.
Their coach is basically out the door. And all they did was whip your behind down there in South Beach. This is not a bad game. This is more of a bad sign for Buffalo, in my opinion.
Rex, are the Buffalo Bills contenders or pretenders?
They're pretenders. And look, this is the same team that I picked over Kansas City, all right? Because why? Kansas City doesn't run the ball. I told you they can't stop the run. How many times did we see this yesterday? Time and time again. This team is I think they're the worst run defense in the NFL outside the 2 junior college defenses. I think they're ranked 30th. So to me, it's where are you going to go? If you get in the playoffs, all you got to do is run the ball, and they can't stop you.
They are allowing, Cindy, just super quickly, we can throw up there, 838. The Buffalo Bills are allowing 148 rushing yards.
Yeah, and then those other 2 junior college.
The other 2 teams are a combined 5 and 14 on your screen. And the Bills are, we thought / think, a Super Bowl contender? Are we stopping that now? Is that conversation over?
They looked like it last week, right? I mean, this is a team that dominated the Chiefs at home and really kind of beat them up front. And then you go down to Miami. And it's not just that you lost it to them, right? Like, you gave up 200 yards rushing. 200 yards rushing. Again, I think there still are some big question marks. And this is a mature football team, right? Like, to ride this emotional roller coaster of last week to this week, and now you're looking like you're going to go on the road potentially in the playoffs. You're right. You may not win this division, but again, you may have to go to Kansas City. You may have to go to some of these places. When Buffalo, I think this recipe was obviously such a big home field advantage, and that looks very different now.
Shefty, Bills.
Well, we talked about the Steelers making calls at wide receiver. Bills made calls on Quinnen Williams. The Jets weren't going to trade Quinnen Williams in the division. Ed Oliver is out indefinitely. The run defense wasn't great when he was even in there. Now he's gone. Now the run defense is leaky. It feels a lot like a one-man Superman team. And when Superman isn't flying, the rest of the team is crashing. And that's what happened yesterday. And Rex has always said that Miami is the toughest place to play in the league.
Right. At 1 o'clock,
at
right?
1 o'clock
that
games,
early game, yeah.
1 o'clock games, the heat and everything else, and there's some distractions in Miami. I don't know, but it really is. And to me, look. But am I surprised the Bills laid this big of an egg? Absolutely.
Yes.
And because why? Because Superman usually is so good that I can do it myself.
Right.
Could you imagine Buffalo without him? Is this a 3-win team?
I'm surprised they didn't make a move last week. Listen, I mean, outside James Cook's a phenomenal player. Khalil Shakir is great at running flats and 5-yard routes. But, like, outside of that, who scares you on the outside, right? Keon Coleman makes these plays here and there, but he just doesn't even get enough targets.
Take Josh Allen off this team, and they're not all that different from the Cleveland Browns.
Yeah. And look, I mean, there are a lot of teams. When you have a quarterback like that, then you depend on him, and that's all well and good. But the reality is this was a team. When you have Josh Allen, you're going to have multiple windows. Within his career, you're going to have multiple windows to win championships. So his window is not closed. He's going to be around another decade, and they're going to have chances. But this little iteration of their team, I think you said it exactly right. They had a 5-year stretch here. They needed to win one. You got to win one when you have that group. And they got blocked out by Mahomes, and right now it looks like they're going to get caught from behind by the Patriots. We're getting up here with Patriots and Bucs in Tampa. We talked about it a lot on Sunday Countdown. Sort of a statement opportunity, particularly for the young quarterback Drake May and his team. And then, Alex, how about this throw?
Look at him stand in the pocket, getting hit, and just feather this ball to his rookie receiver who's out of there. I mean, they have more guys that help produce on the outside. I don't even know where they get these guys.
72-yard touchdown. That game is tied at 7 early, and now it's May, and it's to Mario Douglas, and he's off to the races. Patriots would continue a drive that would then result in a 4th and goal. There's a gutsy decision here to go for it, Rex.
Absolutely. And look at this ball.
Yeah.
I mean, unbelievable. This kid's in his 2nd year, and he puts it. You couldn't hand it to him better.
And look at the feet placement by Stephon Diggs.
Outstanding feet.
Pat's up 14, up 14-10. You would know. Here we go. Travion Henderson, Rex.
Right up the middle.
Patriots up 21-10.
Holy cow is right.
4 minutes left in the third. Bucs with a 3rd and goal. Baker Mayfield. This is a great play, Alex.
Yeah, Baker doing Baker things. He fought hard in this game to get him back. They didn't have enough on the outside.
Tez Johnson sticks the landing. It's 21-16 New England. Bucs going for it now on a 4th and 3. And D-Wood, they're going to collapse all over Mayfield, who he will somehow get rid of it, but it's not nearly enough.
Yeah, as much as we Baker is just crazy. It's just crazy. But this Patriots defense is legit as well.
And then one more time, Rex, Travion Henderson. He had 147 yards and 2 touchdowns.
Look at that. Yeah, I love this. Checking the sideline.
What's that we're seeing?
This is a well-coached football team, right? You can tell Braves has been in on these guys. He busted this one open in 4 minutes. Mid-run, checking to the sideline if it's okay to score.
Let's be clear. I'm sure a lot of people in the audience don't notice that when it happens. He's looking over there to find out if he should score the touchdown.
Yeah, this is a 4-minute situation, and they're oftentimes, depending on the score, and it's very nuanced. Coaches have charts for this stuff, depending on the score and how much time's left, right? Like sometimes you go down and we're ending the game. And you could see him. They were so far backed up, you're not expecting to break one from your own, 30, and he does. So mid-run, he's checking to the sideline if he should score or not. I thought it was awesome.
When a player does that, and you're the head coach and you see that, what's your reaction? Do you love that guy? Does he endear himself to you when he does
Oh, my gosh, absolutely. I mean, and his whole team. He's putting his team over himself.
Football IQ.
And like to me, that was amazing. And they're so well coached, man. I mean, let's
go with that thought. 'Cause we were talking this morning in the meeting about how great Drake May has been, and he has been great. There's no question about it. But Rex, it is a testament to a lot of things, including coaching.
Yeah, coaching matters. And you know what? They got the number one coach out there, all right, with this guy. And I'm just telling you,
Mike Vrabel,
Mike Vrabel's an amazing guy. And you know what else he did? He brought a hell of a coach with him in Josh McDaniels. Say what you want about Josh McDaniels, one of the best offensive coordinators in the history of this game. And he's proven it again. You give him a special talent with Drake May, and look what happens. Coaching, playing together, and all that. But that was just a great example of, like, Vrabel is so on top of these guys, and it's all about team. A lot of times it's guys want to be individuals. We see a lot of these teams that maybe have more talent than the Patriots. They don't play as well because they play as individuals. This guy has them playing like this, and that's why they are so dangerous.
And it's going to be like that for a while, because whereas most great offensive coordinators are coveted as head coaches and get jobs, with all due respect to Josh McDaniels, he's had 2 head coaching jobs. Right. He's very happy in New England with his family. So he's going to be there with Drake May for an indefinite period.
So let's go big picture. D. Wood, what was your first thing you said to me this morning about the Patriots?
The road to the Super Bowl in the AFC is going through Foxborough.
Where have we heard that before?
Listen, it goes back to what I was saying about Buffalo. Yes. If my man Brewski was here, we'd be like, we're back.
I can't take
it's happening again.
I can't take it. This was like an entire 2 generations of my life, and now I have to deal with it again. But they are legit. That's the case, right? They're legit, and they're at the very beginning of how good they're going to be.
That is the absolute truth. And to juxtapose this with the Buffalo Bills, who are maybe the worst rush defense in football, the Patriots are the number 1 rush defense in football by a long shot. Right. And again, I mentioned it. I think the contributors on the outside, Kayshon Boutte's out, didn't matter. Rookie Kyle Williams comes in.
Matt Collins led
the team in catching. I mean, Stephon Diggs here in a clutch situation. Like, this team, they have a top 10 unit on offense and defense on both sides of the ball. Again, they are a very, very complete football team. There's not many teams in the NFL that can boast that.
Can we look at the schedules? Does Cindy have those on her chart?
Yeah, I do. I have it right here. Patriots.
You got it.
B12 I have. There you go.
Okay, so take a look at this and look at how the schedule's set up here in the next few weeks. Again, before they meet again, and the Patriots already have won in Buffalo. The Patriots play Thursday night this week against the Jets at Cincinnati, home for the Giants. Bye.
Almost impossible to imagine they don't win all 3 of those.
It looks like they got.
I mean, at worst case, they
four
could be
buys in a
2-1.
row. It looks like
4 buys in a row.
4 buys in a row.
They're going to win that. When we were walking out yesterday, we all watched the games together on Sundays. I was walking out to go home, and you looked at me and you said, "This division race it's the Patriots at this point to lose."
100%. The Patriots have played better than anybody expected. They've got the quarterback. They've got the coaching staff. They've turned it around. And this organization was in a bad spot a year ago, and it has totally turned around.
I think you hit the nail on the head, Shefty. It's the speed at which this happened that I think, even for us that study football, like, this is incredible, right? I mean, I think we all knew Braves was a good coach and he put his staff together, but this would take some time. I mean, this has been overnight, right? I mean, it's been unbelievable, the job he's done there.
I happened to be with Robert Kraft in June to do a podcast thing, and I said to him, I know this is going to sound odd. I actually think you may win the division this year. And he said, I think that too. I said, I'm going to text your head coach and tell him. And I texted Vrabel. I said, I think you're going to win the division. He said, I'm going on vacation. Leave me alone. Quit putting the pressure on.
Exactly.
But I knew in June, I felt like this kind of thing was capable. But it's happened sooner than people thought.
On the left side, the left guard, left tackle are both rookies. I mean,
by the way, I just got a text from my man Teddy Bruschi.
Yeah.
He said, tell the fellas, we're back.
Teddy was here. He'd be doing that jumping up and down thing that he likes to. Look, here's what it is a testament to, and the big picture. The 2 most important people in any football operation, the head coach and the quarterback, they got both of those right. Right? If you get both of those right, give the credit to Kraft and whoever else is making those decisions. You got both of those right, you got a chance.
I also would throw in the general manager because so many times these teams are fractured because the general manager and head coach aren't on the same page. And you see here with New England, they went out and got players to fit systems.
Yep.
All right, they might not be great for this, but they fit our system and what we want. So the coaches are involved, scouting department's clearly involved. That's why this team is lined up, and that's why they're going this way.